Hello, gorgeousness. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Uh, I hope this finds you in high spirits, and if not, then not too far away. I'm very, very excited to be sharing this content, and I hope to learn to do it in a way that conveys messages effectively for you. I'm doing it with all my love, and I'm just really excited. And there were different subjects and different things that I was thinking about that I wanted to talk about. But there's one that was kind of prevalent that came from up above today. This one message that apparently was more important to talk about, which is the great big question that we've been asking ourselves since the beginning of time. Why does love hurt so fucking much? And I think when we ask the question, we're generally referring to romantic love, but I think it also kind of fits in the whole spectrum of love and any other kind of love, because love can be painful. Why does it hurt so much? And of course, it's a subject that we've been talking about forever, and I think we can continue to ask questions and meditate upon it forever and ever. So this is just a tiny little drop of insight. But yeah, I wanted to share with you the experience that I had yesterday and kind of what happened today as a consequence of that, to explain what I believe is part of the answer on why love hurts so fucking much. My mother used to say, mothers have all these sayings and all this wisdom, and she used to say that it's better to have loved and suffered than never to have loved at all. And I agree with that, because even though we hate suffering, nobody wants to suffer, we all want love, right? It's human nature to want love, even if we have to pay a high price for it. I believe that it's better. I prefer paying the cost, the price of it, and experiencing it rather than not experiencing it at all. But still, you ask, yeah, but why do I have to pay a price for it? Why can't I just experience love? And that's it, without feeling the pain. So yesterday I had one of those days, where you wake up and everything feels off and you just can't figure yourself out and you can't put one and one together, and just a mess. So I went out to the world like that, and I kind of spilled it out onto the world, despite my efforts not to. And when I came back home, I laid down in bed, and it was very important for me yesterday to just come back to myself and go into meditation. And I had a wonderful meditation, kind of a light, experience the light coming back to me, to my body, to my heart. And then yesterday night, I had one of those conversations that you have on Facebook. I don't know if it's ever happened to you, where you kind of randomly start having a conversation with someone that you don't know. It's someone that we have a lot of friends in common with. It's on the other side of the world. And we had a conversation in the past, a brief conversation. I don't know this person. And we just kind of started talking. And the conversation had a very nice and sweet flow to it. And then we just kind of went in, kind of found ourselves pulled into the conversation, and we spoke for a very long time. And I ended up going to sleep at 4:00 in the morning after hours of just laughing and sharing and talking. And it was just wonderful, wonderful. We made love through this conversation. Not literally, but I mean like in the energy. So it just felt wonderful. And I went to sleep at 4 at night or in the morning, feeling a little like euphoric and in love, And it was wonderful. I really, really enjoyed the gift that it was. And then today I woke up still feeling kind of this love inside, and what a wonderful, wonderful gift that it was. What a beautiful conversation. I love those kind of random moments and connections. And then as the hours went by, I started to experience a sort of I think it's what in Portuguese is called saudade, like this hangover, a love hangover, where suddenly you feel the emptiness and like the sense of abandonment and a very, very profound sadness. And I embraced it. I understood that it was like the result of the high that I had experienced the night before. And it got me to thinking about that question of why love hurts so much. And the answer that I have for you today, drum roll, is that what hurts when we have those ups and downs, when we fall in love, when we share, when we connect, when we have intimacy with someone, when we see one another, when we can laugh, when we have intense sex with someone, it's not the love that makes us suffer or feel pain. It's our sense of loss of it. It's our attachment to it. But the attachment is based on our fear, which is based on the illusion that we lose love. I'm going to say that again. The thing that actually makes us suffer is not love, it's our attachment to it. And the attachment that we have to love, to the experience of love, is based on our fear, which is based on the illusion that we are losing love. Because really, even though our system is built in a way because we've gone through trauma, and there's like the generational trauma, and we've gone through so many experiences in life, and we've also built a life based on these traumas, whether they be small or big. Even though our system is built in a way that we believe that we don't have love or that we're missing it, really love is always, 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 always present. Always. And even though I do go through the process, even though today I did go through the process of feeling that sense of loss, because my subconscious mind, is still there, because my ego still tells me that I am separate from love. And I already know that love is always in me and around me. I already received that information. And so already having that information makes it more bearable. Let me tell you that, first of all. It makes it less of a torturous experience. Oh, why can't I have love? Why can't it stay? Why can't I feel that way all the time? It's like, okay, no, I know that I'm having this hangover. I got kind of drunk on love last night. So now I have the hangover, and it's okay, because even though there's a part of me that says, I'm disconnected from love, it's just a part of me, and I don't need to identify with it. I can just see it, observe it, feel it. And even though it can be intense, and sometimes it can be very intense for us, depending on what our life, what our story is, what our experiences have been, just knowing that it's only an illusion. And what I mean by an illusion is not the connection with people. It's the illusion that we're separated from that love. Just knowing that it's an illusion already provides great, great comfort. And as you begin, or as I begin to understand that more and more and to integrate it, it becomes more and more real and concrete, and I can feel it more and more. And so the hangover or the pain becomes less and less. Still there, I still have to process it, but it's less intense, it's less painful, it's not suffering anymore, it's more just pain. That's a subject for another day, the difference between pain and suffering. So my point again is, love is not what makes us feel pain or suffer. Love in itself cannot make us feel pain or suffer. Love is the highest, highest, highest human experience, the highest experience we can have. Not just romantic love again, just love. What makes us suffer is the illusion of being separated from it. And even if we feel like we're separated from it and we're convinced that we're separated from it because the experience that we had is gone or the person that was there is gone, really, really, it's always there. Always, always, always. And there are ways of working with that, and there are ways of feeding that, nurturing that, and also ways of working with the pain so that the pain comes back into that perspective and into that vision, that it's based on a fear that is based on an illusion. So there you have it. And I'm pretty sure a lot of Buddhist teachers will say something similar, if not the same. It's the attachment that makes us suffer. This has been said many, many times. Yeah, there's a lot of things to explore there and a lot of work to do with that in order for us to suffer less and less. So onwards with the inner work.